Namaskar, good morning. This is Suraj Singh. As usual, back to you to talk about our conditions of state of affairs of our Bharat in current scenario. Elections have been over, but situation do not change. Unrest ongoing. Mob lynchings, very big issue these days. It's not easy to understand, and it's also not easy not to understand. Very big issue, political issue, despite politicians are silent. People are not interested to talk about that. Even EVM PM and others are ignoring this issue. We have to understand that this is Bharat. Every one of us, 135 crore citizens of this country, must understand that this is Bharat, India. This is not a small country. This is like a subcontinent. It's our choice how to stay here, how to live here. There is a document, a statutory document, legal document, which is prime law of this country, and that is Constitution of this country, Constitution of India, which grants all citizens equal rights, equal opportunities in relation to economy, in relation to justice, in relation to social justice, and in relation to sovereignty, in relation to vote rights and everything. We can't condemn that. There is no specific religion or faith defined in Constitution of this country. All faiths are there. Whatever faiths are acceptable, recognized by human being, citizens of this country, they are all acceptable, provided state doesn't accept anything. State doesn't officially accept any religion because secularism means stateless state of affairs. It's clearly seen and found in meanings of dictionary, whatever dictionary refer to. Secular means whatever cultures have been adopted for centuries or even millenniums have to be followed provided it doesn't impact adversely on other parts of societies or communities. Mob lynching, a word that has come unknown source from where it has come, but it applies strongly in current affairs. This nation has to remain one. There's no question about that it should not. But there are people, there are powers in politics who want to disintegrate this nation. And they have to some extent been successful. They have been successful because their backing is political power from top to whatever political level they have. Even even Prime Minister of this country is not very serious to resolve that issue. Unfortunately, President is also not interested to solve that issue. No one is interested. They are just watching as spectators and match is going on and they're watching that cricket match or football match. It's unfortunate. The one community is being beaten by other community for none of fault of that one. This is very serious, too grim situation which has to be considered by every citizen of this country, irrespective of whatever religions you are having. It doesn't matter you're Hindu, Muslim, Sikh or Isai, but no religion has got any right to kill other religion. Not acceptable. If this state continues, the future of this country is very grim, dark. It shall go to some state which is not acceptable, which is not even imagined at this time. We have seen 1947 and before that. We have seen what happened in those days when India Pakistan were partitioned. What happened that day, that should not happen again. That is very sad, very we can say condoling issue at that time due to political interference also. There were some people who wanted that that country should disintegrate further, but this didn't happen. Due to intelligence and timely action by people and politics in last time, they resolve that. But now it's democratic affair, secular affair. People don't want to understand. Secular has got some meaning in this constitution, but they don't want to secular here. There are some powers now. They are sitting on top of politics now, top of rule now. They are not actually secularists. They are just belonging to some group who don't believe in any religion, but only one religion, that they are Hindu religion, which is not existing in the world, but they name it Hindu religion. I don't understand from where Hindu religion has come. Believe me, I belong to a Vedic culture. I belong to Dharma culture. My family belongs to same, but I don't know how Hindu word has come to this country. There's no Hindu word in Vedas. There is no Hindu word in any holy book of or religion, Dharma. There is no Hindu word in Sanatan, and nowhere it is. But only in eyes and in minds of those people who want to rule this country illegally or illegally and who did not work for this country during freedom struggle, they have generated and innovated this word Hindu, which doesn't have any meaning in Sanskrit or somewhere else. Well, this is something else. The question is, how can we keep our society united, coherent, inclusive? If someone is Muslim, someone is other one, it doesn't mean Muslim has no right to, he cannot be beaten, this is not allowed. They have to, now the question is, if it continues, what shall happen? Muslims are also not silent. Internally, they are blown up, they are blowing, they are boiling. Of course, they have a right to boil. No one has got any right to kill someone else just in the name of Shri Ram. This is not acceptable. If somebody kills someone in the name of Allah, it's not acceptable. This is all complete nonsense. We cannot accept this nonsense in political field, social and community. We want our country to be homogeneous. We want our country to be heterogeneous and community-wise, and we want our country to stay in peace, in coherent atmosphere, in cohesive atmosphere. Why should there be fighting? This country belongs to each and every one. You cannot say, okay, if somebody imagines that Muslims can leave this country, that person is idiot, whoever may be. I can call that person mindless, stupid, half mind, blind mind, has got no coherence in mind, no value in mind, just think somebody can leave this country. It is not acceptable. Everybody is citizen of this country and equal citizen pride. You cannot say you're second class or third class citizen, can throw you out. It's not like that. They opted to stay in this country and they have got right. Had you been so powerful, then you would have pushed them out at the same time in 1947, which you missed. So now they are the honor of this country, equal way you are honor of this country. There's no difference between a citizen who is so-called Hindu and citizen so-called Muslim or Sikh or other one. Everybody has got equal rights in eyes of law. So you have to respect them. If you start doing what you would have done, mob lynching, then you think where is the end? You want to create this country into Palestine and Israel, one part shall be Israel, like involved Palestinians fighting every day and killing each other, arresting this and enemies. If you go against human rights, then where shall you stand? You are already lost value in the international arena. People know, all world know what's happening here, what's happening here. Elections are being won by EVMs, the whole world knows. They know that this government has cheated public and they have robbed votes. Already, whole world knows about this. The 200 to 250 constituencies have been looted votes. They know mob lynching is going. So what impression is going, making onto us? So do you accept that? It's not acceptable. I don't know what shall be, where, into which location of which destination such a state of will go. Today, some people is just holding some Muslim and asking speak just of kill otherwise, beat him and kill. Same thing happens tomorrow. Some Hindu is caught by some Muslim and Muslim starts saying, you speak this, I kill. So where is the end of that? There's no end at all. There's a very grim situation. And political people are not even concerned about that. They say, oh, no problem. If somebody kills it, the example is still just like the EVM Prime just said, no problem, you cannot defame the state by this name. You are honorable PM. No, you are not honorable. You are EVM PM because you don't care for people to die. You are more interested in yoga and more interested in you are not interested in people being killed and children being killed. You are only interested whatever you want to in your bakwas of man ki bakwas and all that. You are not interested in solving problems of this country. You are only interested in talking stupidity, and that is your status now. We used to honor you because you promised something, and now you have said that elections mean nothing. You said whatever is spoken in election got no meaning at all because so many things are spoken in election and those got no meaning at all. So what does it mean? The election speeches have no meaning and your state is also no meaning. The government of India has no meaning and nothing else all they can say. This is really not acceptable. Like Prime Minister level speaks like that. What about a common worker or the common citizen of this country? Means you are not even respecting constitution of this country. You are speaking whatever you want to speak and people cannot object. Journalists cannot accept you, cannot ask any question, persons cannot ask any question, individual cannot ask any question, and you may speak anything. That's not acceptable. You are Prime Minister doesn't mean you are honor of this country. Honor of this country, 135 crore people. I am honor. You are on every citizen of this country. You are also honor, but you're a Prime Minister, as you have some special duties, specific duties, additional duties. You have to. It's your duty to keep people united. It's your duty. No one is single person be killed in the religion. It's your duty. Not one kid be killed in hospitals because of your likeness, because of your own persons not caring about that. Hundreds have died in UP and hundreds died in Gujarat. Sorry, in Bihar. What you have been doing? You have been doing nothing. You're just roaming here and there to this country, that country, wasting your time, wasting time of public, wasting time of every citizen of this country, just to show that you are only, you just want to prove there that I have come second time, and that's only reason you go there. What for foreign ministry is there? What for we are paying all ministers? What for they are 50, 60 ministers are there? What is their duty? What they are doing? They are your clerk here, they are your peons. What they are? Why do you go for each and every issue to other countries? You stay here and solve problems. But you will not do that because you think, I don't know what you think inside. You are all this monkey bakwas, nobody cares. We want resolutions, the solutions do it. There is no water in many states. We have done nothing. You're just saying, preserve water. Preserve from where? From rain? Who is responsible for that? Whose job is that? Who should pay money? Why did you not start revealing in project? Whose job it was? Why you are not doing anything? You will not do anything because you don't want to see certain things in this country, but that shall not work. You will be thrown out of power. You will also be having the same face, same encountering. You will be thrown out of power in one day or other. You do like this. Prime Minister doesn't know this country, king of this country. You are a person. You can be thrown any time when people are working in that direction. Don't worry about that. If you can cheat once, you cannot cheat all 10 people of this country. It's direct criticism to you. You are not taking care of anything. And you have made a home minister person like this who is already criminal. You have brought 233 criminals into Lok Sabha. It's because of you, because 119 persons belong to your party and many persons belong to many other parties. It's because of your lead. You are of that intention, you are of that status. But it will not work. Well, my talk is not about Prime Minister's criticism or something else. My saying, shall we keep our country integrated or we shall allow disintegration? That is an issue. And every citizen of this country must be concerned, irrespective of whatever religion you belong to. Religion doesn't make a difference here. You may be Muslim, Christian, or whatever you are, it doesn't make a difference to me, at least, because we are already Bharatvasis and we have to respect ourselves. All are born here, all were born here. Nobody came from Arab, nobody came from England, nobody came from America, and all are here, except few people who migrated long back, and as a Pandits and others who are now they belong to this country, but they came from outside, and some other classes came from outside. For example, some people came from India, some Hyderabad. Means this is different, but majority of people here were born here. They belong originally by domicile to this country, and they are honor of this country. And by their option, they did not leave this country in 1947 Pakistan because they respected this country. Those who left means that this country is secular. Since beginning, it was secular pre-independence also, and it has to remain secular because secular is beauty of this country. This country can never be named religious country. Can never. Once it starts religious, means this country shall fracture into many states, and that is going to happen if these RSS who never worked for India, who never did anything in interest of this country, they just follow British, and they are now claiming they are in power. And unfortunate that we have such people in power who never ever worked for freedom of this struggle of this country. Unfortunately, we are unlucky. We have just voted in name of caste or in name of religion or name of religion, whatever it is, and that is not good for us. I have no hate for Prime Minister, I have no hate for BJP, I have no hate for I like my country, and my country should be in safe hands, and which is not in safe hands now. They are just dramatic party, a party that does in drama, a party that stays EVM, a party that stays everything, and still they are staging everything everywhere. They are just busy in criticizing Nehru, they are busy in criticizing Congress, eat and refine, which you get opportunity of, and they are doing this, which is not acceptable. Those who have died, who have left this world, they are not here to respond to your questions, your queries, so why you bring their name into picture? This is uncultured people, they don't belong to any society in our country. Death souls, those souls are departed from this world, they are not given any bad name, but this party openly, just like Amit Shah did in parliament, that he brought name of Nehru into parliament discussions. This nonsense really. He is illiterate person, uneducated, doesn't understand what culture is, what he should speak or not. Such people are there in our power. What to do? Prime Minister also having same kind of character, no difference at all. He also brings names of all those irrelevantly, no meaning at all. Such people are leaders, and we are foolish. We are bloody fools that we elected such people. Believe me, we all collectively are fools, collective fools we are. Society who never think of, and that is why I'm saying we are seriousness, completely serious society who never think of anything except that I should live about my family, about my personal life. I should be happy, and that's all. Climate is changing, everything is changing, world is changing, effect is coming from each and we are not serious. This is our politics, we are killing others in the name of religion, in the name of Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, see, name, such a phrase is being used to kill other peoples. It's acceptable. In parliament, they are using Jai Shri Ram, Radhe Radhe. What does this terms, what does this relate to our oath-taking ceremony? Where is Jai Shri Ram in ceremony? Where is Allahu Akbar in ceremony? Where is Radhe Radhe in ceremony? Where is Kali in ceremony? All these names are pulled for nothing, for actually insulting our gods. They have indirectly insulted our religions, our God, in drawing these names into oath-taking ceremony, which oath-taking ceremony meant only for oath of constitution of this country in name of God. Whatever God you believe in, that is up to you. It's a personal level link and nothing to do in public. If you bring Jai Shri Ram into parliament slogan, it means you are a stupid person. You want to insult God itself. What Jai Shri Ram has to do with your oath-taking ceremony? Ram is not responsible for this country only. Ram is responsible for whole universe. And you are bringing that super power to your small power of oath-taking ceremony only for MP. You think you are doing a good job? You are insulting yourself, you are insulting God, you are insulting nation, you are insulting society and everyone. Stupid person who elected you, and stupid person you are who have been elected. Because you are insulting my God, you are insulting my Ram, you are insulting my Radhe, you are insulting my Allah, you are insulting everybody, and you are insulting citizen of this country who voted to you, voted for you. So you are a lowest profile person, and this is unfortunate that 233 persons, MPs out of 542 MPs belong to such a status of criminal history. Our criminals are ruling. 233 criminals are ruling in Lok Sabha. They shall write our future. They shall write our law. They shall write our, you can say, Bhagya Vidhata they are now. Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. Such a Bharat Bhagya Vidhata we elected. And what level of intelligence, what level of understanding our voters have, I don't understand. What they want, I don't know whether they know who their representative was. This is what in name was a foolish prime minister. This is what in name was a foolish opposition leader, and that is all, nothing else. I'm openly calling foolish because we are foolish people. We never think of ourselves. We never think of anything. This is only politics. Means one day we have to break our country. Do you think so? Can you afford this? Just think of how many percentage we have. These pandits are 3.5%, pandits and others, or 4%, 5% maximum. And there are 85% who are non-pandits. Can they be compared? Just think of. There are 75% like ST, SC, ST, OBC, and 15% Muslims. If you count total all of them, you'll be finding about 85%, including minorities, versus 15% others. Can they be managed, you think? Can 15% society, 15% population rule 85%? Just is it possible? It's not possible. It's not possible, impossible. Can Pandits climb down to sewer line and clean sewer? Can Pandits do that? If they cannot do that, they have to respect these people. They have to respect these people who are cleaning. They should touch their feet and pay them more, respect them more. What these Pandits are doing in temples, just ringing bells, taking money from people who are going as devotees, and these people are there, only half of these people are going to temples. Why don't you understand what kind of constitution of society we have, what kind of structure in society we have? We have a complicated and complex structure in society, and these people do not respect that society from which they are making money. If suppose people stop going to temples, what status these pandits will have? How shall they eat their food? From there will make a live. They cannot live at all. They are not working. I have not seen any pandit working very hard in life and making money out of that. They are just doing property dealing. They are just doing temple work. They are doing anywhere where some intermediate is required. And they want to rule this country. And they are ruling this country, unfortunately. This country has to be ruled by common citizen of this country, not Pandit, not Rajput, not SC/ST, nothing. Those common people who love this country, who can die for this country. We need such people. And unfortunately, we are losing those. We have lost all that ground. Now this existing Lok Sabha is fake, according to my understanding. This is a criminal house of criminals, where 45% criminals are sitting in chairs of MP, and we are ruled by them. And our Prime Minister is happy, our cabinet is happy, our Congress is happy, our BJP is happy. All these stupid and nonsense people should be killed taken out from politics. These people don't deserve to be in Lok Sabha, whatever they are. Congress sitting there as a nonsense, come out of Lok Sabha. You are not required there. Why do you sit with these criminals? Same thing for other parties. You are sitting and cooperating with criminals of this country. 233 criminals, and Congress is sitting there with them. SP sitting there, SP sitting there. BJP, 119 criminals from BJP, they are sitting in Lok Sabha. What insult nation has got with this? What status we have? What popularity we will have in the affirmative way in the whole world? What shall world speak about our country, that they have criminals as MPs? We should dive into see how we could elect such people. By our votes, don't we have this shame? Each citizen of us, we elected these criminals to our such a vast, august house of this country, which enacts each and every law and makes future for each and every kid of this country. We have such a potential that we for ourselves created this hell, and we cannot blame God for this. All these leaders are hell, including Prime Minister. All these leaders, including opposition leaders, these are all parts of hell. They procured hell for us. This 2019 election has been a cheap class election, third class election. You cannot call it election. It's a rubbish election where Independent Personal Election Commission has become an agent to BJP. It did each and every corrupt act in this election, such as third-class election commission, not even a shoe of the session. What to do about this? How can you solve this problem? How can you solve secular status problem? If such killings continue, what shall be the future of this country? Just imagine. Today they are killing this right wing, or what you call BJP people or RS people. They are involved in these killings, and then tomorrow, if Muslims come the same way, and then other communities come the same way, where shall we stand? Every day, one day Hindu kills a Muslim, and then Muslim kills a Hindu, and then it continues like that. What shall be the result? Shall we have a stable society? Shall we have a peaceful, harmonious society in this country? Will you stay in that country? Will you stay in that status? Shall you digest that? Where is the end of that? Can you throw out these Muslims from this country? You cannot. Now, why you think that way? These Muslims are our brothers, our families, like our own families. They cannot be thrown out. And you cannot even think about throwing them out, because they cannot be thrown out. Constitution doesn't allow this. They are equal citizens, equal powerful people, and we are thinking that they are bad. You are bad actually. You don't understand what is our country. You don't understand what our country is, because you are a foolish person. You have been taught negatively about this country. You have been given lessons which do not come in line to history of this country. You have been misled people by political leaders and by religious leaders. I think religious leaders are also equal to that. You see, a corrupt person, like what is his name in Haryana? Ram Rahim. He is being asked for a parole. He's a rapist. He has been given sentence, and they are asking him. He's very good. These are our politicians. What else you say? Our politicians think this way. A rapist is very good. His conduct is very good. He can be released on parole. So that he can work on field, on farming. What stupidity level of leaders we have generated. Can you imagine that? This is country. People call something banana republic. It's not even banana republic. You are insulting yourself. Banana has also got some value. What to do? Shall you accept this country disintegrate? Tomorrow, if suppose these 75% people or 85% people who belong to other classes, these are SC, ST, OBC, and minorities, they start calling on give us our part. They have already started raising some points. We are 85%, leave 85% country to us, take your 15%, and we manage ourselves, you manage yourself. Shall you accept that? It can happen. Just think, if you start doing like that, if you start killing Muslims like this, and if you start killing and beating these Harijans or Dalits, don't allow them chapels, and don't allow them, you can say, their procession of marriages, and don't allow them any rights, what shall be result? This shall be result. That they can demand their rights. They shall. Because they are also human beings. They have needs. They are not looters of this country. You are looters of this country. All those people who have run from this country, taking bribe, taking bank money, who are they? Are they scheduled caste or scheduled tribe? Are they Muslims? None of them. They're all high-profile people from high-profile castes. They have run from this country, looting billions and billions and billions of things. Under nose of prime ministers, under nose of other ministers. They could not do anything because they all are hands in gloves. They are all hands in gloves, no difference. RBI, there's a problem in RBI. They are not even trusting this government. They are leaving. So where do we stand? Can we keep ourselves united society? We cannot. Our educated persons, our citizens, our normal people must understand, if they want to stand. We are not serious at all. Let it happen, whatever happens, what to do. People think that way. Maybe illiterate person, literate person, philosopher person, scholar person, all think this way. Why to worry about this? Whatever happens shall happen with each and every one. You see what's happening in pollution? We know very well. Every day heat is up, temperature is up. In certain times, even UV index, do you know what is UV index? Ultraviolet index. 14, I saw yesterday 15, 0 to 15 during whole day transition. When it's a high temperature, UV is 14, 11, 10, while it should not be more than 10. 10 is maximum where you can say there is a burning of your skin. That UV index is reaching 15. Why? How? Have you ever thought of? You will never think of. Of course, rains will be there, but now there is no rain in some areas of this country. UV is very high, temperature is 42, 43, 44, 48, 45. How it has happened? If you go to Europe, you will find same thing. 150 people already died in Europe. Poland, Bulgaria, France, and so many countries, people died. The temperature crossed 44.5 degrees in France. This happening because of who responsible? Who has polluted this air? Each and every citizen of this world, each and every occupant of this world, like you and me and all those Europeans and others, whoever they are, we are all responsible for polluting air. God is not responsible. You cannot call it natural calamity. This is not natural calamity. This is our created calamity, our adversely impacted calamity. We are responsible for this. Why we are responsible? Because we have abused everything, every resource of this earth. We have polluted this using, I think in our country about 33 to 35 crore vehicles run every day, 15 to 20 crores air conditioners run every day, and lakhs of generators run every day. Generators, not small generators, I'm talking 35 kVA, 40 kVA, 50 kVA generators I've seen on roads. They are stationed on, located on roads, this big size generator, and when there's no light, they start working, functioning. So what is the result? If 35 crores vehicles run a day, such 15, 20 crores air conditioners run a day, and then these generators and industrial actions and all others, they all add to pollution of air. And nobody is serious about that. If you just take about more than 2 billion vehicles have been running all over the world every day. They're all responsible for spoiling air, for polluting air. Of course, there are cold countries, maybe air conditions are not in use, but now they have to use because it's hot. I have seen this demand, the 30% increase in demand of air conditioning in France and elsewhere, because they cannot tolerate this 44 degrees Celsius. These people generally remain in temperature of 20, 15, etc. in that range. But now 44, they are burning, they are taking baths even in fountains. Fountains with circulated water. I have seen this Eiffel Tower, and near that is a big fountain, and they're all taking baths in that. This happening in that country, which is called France, advanced country or developed country, and developed country has trodden down to that level where we are better. We are better because we are used to heat and we are used to cold. We are all other conditions country. What happens? Happen in Gulf, you see. What's Australia happen? What's happening everywhere? All are suffering because we are all responsible. Even there is no awakening. Nobody is serious about that. No world. They are only conducting seminars, G20, this and that, and they are not talking of that. They are talking of economical interest only, not in natural interest. Economical interest has got no meaning if you cannot live in this country, everywhere. If you are unable to live, unable to respire, unable to have good health, what is the meaning of economic development? Your development is all useless, completely useless. If you cannot make it good for good health, if you have TB, if you have cancer, if you have other diseases, if you cannot have good sleep, you cannot do anything. If you can walk on road, if you cannot have some benefit, then what's the meaning of your life? You want to live on AC all days, all time for 24 hours a day. You want to do all that? It means you will get your body dry, dehydrated, and everything. How shall you manage? You will take medicines only. Just to think on that. It is the duty of each and every citizen of this world to think how to keep whatever level of pollution you have brought here to how to reduce that. I'm surprised when UV is 14. In my area, it was 14, 15. This means there's a depletion of ozone temporarily in daytime when temperature high and it can affect your body. It can travel to your body, to your head, to everywhere. That energy can stay in air for long, and you can't even tolerate that. Now, okay, zero, it's fine. Early morning, it's zero. In evening, it's zero. But during daytime, so it affects your body. Even if there's high wind, this will not work for you. It got ultraviolet effects on that, impacts on that. Really surprising. And we are living in that manner. How to do it then? We have many problems like this. We have mob lynching problem. We have temperature problem. We have economic problem. We have population problem. We have every problem. There's no problem left which we are not having faced to. We have to face each and every problem. What you cannot face in collective form. We cannot depend upon politicians only. Water problem exists a big way. If there's no water, how to live? Simply saying preserve water doesn't mean anything. I don't understand what Prime Minister has got in his mind. He does not need any expert advice. He should think for long term. There's no plan at all. I am blaming Congress also for this because they did not make any long-term plan for this. I'm not exclusively blaming BJP because BJP has come to power for few years, but Congress also did not do anything. My talk is not about any political party, it is about facts. I am an engineer, I have to think about nature, I have to think about preservation of this country. Doesn't matter who is in power, but ultimately people are in this power. People enjoy power, people are on this country. If people cannot think of this country, who shall think of this country? Nobody, no foreign element shall like that we should be this and that because they have their own problems. They are all responsible for spoiling this year. You see, can we not use lesser number of cars, or can we not avoid cars use when it's not required? Can we not use public transport? Can we not use cycles? There are so many things that we can use, we can consider, but we shall not do because we got money, we have got purchasing power of petrol and cars, and we take it as competitive atmosphere, as a status symbol, but that is not a status symbol. If you spoil air, if you pollute air, you cannot aspire. What is status to do? What I'm saying is, means we are just standing as a country in a super critical juncture where either we have to go this way or to that way. Means country is of course very big, not other countries like we have a big population, we have big area, we have big problems, but 50 to 60% people of our country are waste, complete waste, because they are dependent. They're dependent on others. In every family, you will find only 1% or 2% earning, and others are depending on that. This happens everywhere. But if you consider population of our country, 135 crore people, 70, you can say 70 crore people are useless. 75 crore people in this country are of no meaning at all because they are living on others, depending on others earning. So you can say big factor, a considerable majority factor has got no meaning here to contribute to economy or to someone else. They're just wasting time. You go to any garden anywhere, you'll find groups of people playing at cards, just talking to each other, just sitting idle, doing nothing and wasting time. About half, more than half of population is like that. How could they not be used to add to this community country? I don't know. It all happens only in our country at most because they don't know even how to read. They don't understand any discussion for social improvement. They're not contributing anything anywhere. Only thing is they expect some money to come from some lottery or something else, and that's it. Nothing else. So we have converted our society into idolism, idol status. Such people are completely burden on society. They are to be used somewhere. It is only government that can push them to use somewhere for some contribution. They are just spreading dirt, spitting here and there, urinating here and there. Means these people are completely heavily burden our society. The other people also, which can be fractioned into many percentages, which I am not already talked about that. Now my question is, what should we do? Can, as a citizen of this country, we do something? We cannot do anything. Only speeches will do. Only we can say, just like now groups are going from Muslim community chanting about this, against, they're speaking against mob lynching. Shall it work? Or they should do something concrete? Means we have to be disciplined society. Government is completely functionless. This government is just enjoying that they have come second time, and then last time they did nothing, and they are only happy that they enjoy. They know that they have come through malpractice of EVM, and it is clear that they have come only by EVM. People didn't vote them, but they have come to power, and people also not very arrogantly speaking against them, but saying, okay, they have come to power, what to do. All society like this. I see people. There's some talk, some air blowing. Why this government is here? We have to throw it out. But how to throw it out? You cannot throw it out because they are in power. They are ruling this country. What to do with that? Either you accept them or you throw them out. Either of the two things. You can throw them out only by road revolution. If you have to accept them, why you sit in home and enjoy for 5 years and then again vote them and they will come to power. Our purpose is only to keep someone in power and let all die otherwise. This is our future. Let these politicians enjoy them. Congress politicians, BJP politicians, other politicians. Our duty is, our religion is just to give them vote and let them enjoy for 5 years in power and enjoy their life forever at our cost, at our taxes. Means we have no check on them. We cannot ask them any question because we are all like slaves. The journalists are all slaves. They are all sold up. They have no value to us. They have no status to us. You can ask print journalists. You can ask TV journalists. All are their slaves because they are getting money from them. So who's left? Only you are left. You will not raise your voice because you are scared, you are fearful. And either you have to be open, you have to go like is happening in Sudan, like happening in Philippines, like happening somewhere, you have to fight like that. If you cannot fight like that, you cannot win this country. You have to bring this country out of clutches of these blackmailers of this country, these black politicians of this country. These politicians are our headache. These politicians are our devils. They must be out of this country, or at least out of this politics of our country, because they are not doing anything for betterment of this country. Nothing at all. In the last 5 years, this Modi gang did nothing. Did nothing at all. Now again they are in power. They will not do anything except talking, talking and talking and doing nothing. They cannot know anything. They don't understand anything. They don't know how to preserve water for use, how to do something, how to preserve future, how to preserve young for employment. Means they are selling companies which were produced by Congress government. Jawaharlal Nehru produced many companies and they are even selling them. These are a sale of government. They want to sell everything. If your father is rich, he leaves something for you and you are not capable, you start eating his money by selling all properties for your father earned, produce, and you eat and you live like that as if your father is still fetching you. Same thing applies to this. Whatever we made, our country made, instead of solving that, instead of resolving those companies' issues, instead of reinstating those companies' status, economical status, they are throwing them at price which goes to their friends. So if they are here for selling management, this is selling government. They can sell you also when required. When necessary, they shall use you for being sold. They can sell me also if required. This is what type of people they are. They have no brain, no analytical power, no plan, nothing in their mind except to enjoy for 5 years, then cheat public and come back. Prime Minister says, "Oh, I have no meaning of whatever you speak in election." You see, during election campaigning, what PM says, there's no meaning at all. Elections over, whatever is said just for each other, means there's no meaning. If there's no meaning, what is why you want? Why you befool people? Means you are here to befool people only if you speak something in election. There's no meaning at all. How to accept? What's the meaning of election then? If you say something to public, I'll do this for you, and you say it's election only, election speech, this got nothing to do with something else. Means your statement has got no value. Means you have got no value. Why you are there in Prime Minister then? Why are you there as responsible Prime Minister if your words got no meaning? Means you are a cheater, you are a cheat, you are a liar. That's why you said that every election speech must have value. This we trusted. We trust people, we trust leaders. That's why we go to listen to your man ki baat. What does it mean? All this man ki bakwas. Why are you making all this? What do you want to say? We don't want guru. We want a leader to work for us. Don't try to act as guru of this country. You are not guru. You are only a citizen of this country like me and you and others. Work for this nation. Every time you cannot win, and we don't want to win every time. If you do work, you win. We are happy. We'll be with you. If you don't work, why should we be happy with you? Maybe you are stupid bhats, I don't care, those brainless bhats. I'm not brainless. I have some brain. You too have some brain. Maybe not 100%, 10%, 20%, not negative like bhaks. Your bhaks may be your worshippers. We are not. We cannot worship you. We can worship only our God, nothing else. So we have to solve our country. We cannot allow this country break, but this is going to happen. Soon you will find problems in this country. Disintegrating problem. Of course it would be. If you continue like this, if you don't control this, what's happening negatively, means there's a scaring atmosphere. People are scared. Particularly some communities are scared. If they come out of home, something happens to the responsible. Dalits are scared. Minorities are scared. You see what happened in Mukherjee Nagar in with Sikh? This happens. So, what do you think? Means should we leave country like it? Or we have to awake our eyes, open our eyes and think of something? These people got nothing in their mind. They will simply say, "Oh, no problem, it happens. You cannot give bad name to this country by one or two incidents." They say one or two incidents. So it happened in Jharkhand. It's about 19 killings. I don't know, 19 mob lynching. It happens everywhere. We don't accept this. We have to condemn this. As a society, I condemn this. I am sensible citizen. I don't allow this. Shall you allow this? You have to think. If you are with PM, you are with BJP or RSS, you think, or you are with nation, you think. There are two things: either you are with nation or you are with this blackmailers of this country. This country is for nation, not for BJP, RSS, or Congress. These are all politicians. They're a business to politicize people and get into power. We are not businessmen. We are subjects of this country. We have to think of this country, not of Congress or BJP or someone else. We have to think of us, not them. And if these opposition leaders, they don't come in open, they can also be deleted from politics forever. And they shall be if they don't help it. They are supposed to help people because there's a you can say construction. There's a construction of sense that EVMs were used in 2019, also 2014. People have even reached to 2014. That he won because of EVMs, and this time thoroughly he won because of EVMs. If these are facts as are evident from many considerations, then we have to take action against that. How can I and you allow cheating by EVMs in elections when my vote doesn't go to right one to whom I wanted to vote for? If that was diverted to some other person, this is cheating, this is robbery of my vote. Not without telling me, this is not even robbery, higher than that. When someone robs it, comes to me and I'm getting this one or snatch something from me, this robbing. It is even not a robbing, it's more than that. Where he is just stealing votes, not even telling me. We have to understand this. This is very good. If you are sensible citizen of this country, you are really interested in this country, and you think you have a future of this country, you want to build a future of this country, we have to understand in each and every way how to keep this country intact, how to keep this country union, how to keep this country secular, how to keep this country in a mode that people can be used for development of this country, for contribution of this country, because we have plenty of people, educated classes, working classes, functional classes, which can be made, you can say, highest profile of manpower of human resources in the whole world. We can just train them. Why to keep ourselves limited to engineer status, doctor status, or other status, IS status? Why not give them technical status, which is very important in the world now? Technical people are not available easily. Technical people means whose technicians like who work with hands and minds. So neither professional nor worker, in middle of two they are, and they are very you can say responsible people. Of course, they are not very well educated, but they know their job. I've seen so many people. If you go to market, you cannot find many of them because they are not available. And our young are not interested, our youth are not interested to get that. They're only interested in MBAs, they're interested in engineering, medical science, without admission there. They're interested in law profession, or they're interested in CA or something else. They're only interested where they get big packages, not otherwise. Big package doesn't mean anything because you can get big packages only. Everybody cannot get big packages all the time. Everything has got some limits. If you are MBA and think all MBAs will get big packages, you are in the black world and you are in not light world. You are in black where you cannot think of. We have to think that way. There's a lot of work our politicians can do, our government can do, but they are not interested in, not at all. They blame Congress. The Congress was a looter, Congress was scamsters, but they could not prove anything till now. But they have done anything. They looted this money without doing anything and let those people leave this country. It means why to work even you can make money without even working. Congress used to work and to bribe or something like that, or commissions. I may accept that. But they did work for this country to develop this country to whatever extent they can do. There are examples. Indira Gandhi developed this country, Rajiv Gandhi developed, Nehru developed this country. You can say canals were built by Nehru, dams were built, 150 dams were built in this time, which they developed for this country, which brought contribution to green revolution. But what these people have done, nothing else. They are just selling this country. It's not acceptable, believe me. I don't like it. It's against my future, against my destiny, against my contemplation. Why should I support such people who are working against future of my country? I'm not interested in religion of this country. I'm not interested in the cost of this country, but I'm interested in existence of this country as a powerful country, developed country, leading country of this world. But we are nowhere in that. We are not even developing status now. We are low, we are down on the list everywhere. We are not even considered literate country this now. Why? Because our society is sleeping. I don't understand why do we sleep. We sleep means sleeping without work. We are not concerned. We are not serious. We are not still no milestone we keep. We think, oh, if something doesn't happen today, no problem. Let us fix tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, let it be after 2 days or 3 days, or no problem. We'll do some other time. Means we are so slack in society. We don't even fix our milestones ourselves. Because when we don't fix milestones, we have no destiny at all. We cannot reach there without anything, without concern. We are serious, but we are not serious. And who shall make us serious? I don't know. You have to make serious yourself. You have to make unsleepy yourself. If you keep sleeping mentally, means you cannot be serious. You cannot think. Once you don't think, you don't concentrate on anything, you cannot get any destiny. You cannot get any milestone, and that's the problem here. व्हाट टू डू देन? बचाना होगा देश को उन लोगों के हाथों से जो आज देश को इस स्थिति पर ले आए हैं, जो हम सह नहीं सकते इस भारत के वास्ते। आज जिसको देखो अपनी चलाए जा रहा है, जय श्री राम के नाम पे मारा जा रहा है। कोई बोलता है जय श्री राम मार देंगे देश को, क्या ऐसा होना होगा? क्या हमारा देश टूट जाएगा? इस सेक्युलर स्ट्रक्चर खत्म हो जाएगा जो हम बनाए इस देश को आज़ादी के पहले? आज़ादी के बाद जो देश बनाए आज तक जिस तरफ जा रहे हैं, हमने सबसे क्यों जा रहा है, कहाँ जा रहा है, किधर इसको ले जाया जा रहा है? जो बनाया जिन लोगों ने उसकी सबकी समाप्ति की जा रही है। जो देश ने अचीव किया था उस टाइम कुछ भी नहीं होता था, एक सोई भी नहीं थी, स्क्रैप से इस देश का भविष्य निर्माण किया गया था, स्टार्ट हुआ था 1947 में। वो आज किस तरफ जा रहा है हम जानते नहीं, किस तरफ जाएगा और क्या होगा इस देश में। जनता इतनी बढ़ चुकी है, लोगों के पास जॉब नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम्स इतनी सारी हैं, लेकिन हम आपस में लड़ रहे हैं, हिंदू मुसलमान लड़ रहे हैं, बोलो जय श्री राम नहीं तो मारेंगे और मारते जाता है। ऐसा बहुत कुछ हो रहा है जो कि भविष्य के लिए ठीक नहीं है, क्योंकि ये देश एक है, सारे रीजन यहाँ रहते हैं, सारे लोग यहाँ रहते हैं, सब एक साथ रह सकते हैं तभी ये देश रह सकता है, नहीं तो इस देश का बंटाधार होना तय है। और उसके लिए कौन जिम्मेदार होगा? आप समझते हैं जिम्मेदार हम सभी मिलकर होंगे, क्योंकि हम इस समय आते इसको चेक नहीं किया, हम सोते रहे और सोते आदमी कोई चेक नहीं कर सकता, सपने देखता रहता है, सपने टूट जाया करते हैं और हमारे माइलस्टोन फिक्स हम नहीं किए, अपना तय नहीं किया कि हमें किधर जाना है। और सोते सोते हम कभी सोच नहीं सकते अपने भविष्य के बारे में, देश के बारे में, तो हम क्या सोचेंगे दुनिया के बारे में? सब कुछ हमने सत्यानाश करके रख दिया, कोई विकास हम नहीं चल रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है देश के बारे में। देश जिस तरफ जा रहा है वो ठीक नहीं है। हमारा प्रधानमंत्री हो चाहे हमारा कोई भी हो, सब अपनी मस्ती में है, सब इधर जा रहे हैं, देश के लिए कोई चिंतित नहीं है, जैसे थे वैसे हैं। कोई ऐसा लगता नहीं कि आने वाले समय में कुछ होगा, इनका कोई प्रभाव नहीं आने वाले समय में। 10 साल में, 20 साल में, 30 साल में, 40 साल में, 50 साल में हम देश को कहाँ ले जाना चाहते हैं? सारी दुनिया के अंदर हर देश के प्लान बने हुए हैं। अरब में जाइए तो प्लान बना हुआ है, आप फारिश में जाइए तो प्लान बना हुआ है, कहीं भी जाइए सबके प्लान बने हुए हैं, लेकिन एक हमारा देश इतना झूठने की कोई प्लान नहीं है। जो नीति आयोग कोई फालतू बकवास पे चलता है, जो प्रधानमंत्री की मन की बकवास पे चलता है, जो किसी और बात पे चलता है, जो अपनी कहानियों पे चलता है, कविताओं पे चलता है, नावल पे चलता है, ऐसा देश का क्या भविष्य होगा? आप समझ सकते हैं। कहने को मैं बुराई कर रहा हूँ इन चीज़ों की, लेकिन बुराई करना जरूरी है, क्योंकि अपनी बुराई करने से ही पता लगता है कि हम कहाँ गलत है कहाँ सही है। अगर मैं अपने काम को चेक करके उसमें गलतियाँ नहीं निकालूंगा तो कौन निकाल के देगा मुझको? सेल्फ एवोल्यूशन बहुत जरूरी होती है, सेल्फ रिसर्च बहुत जरूरी होती है, और अपने आप को करना बहुत जरूरी। दूसरा भी बताएगा मुझे गलती क्यों है, लेकिन पहले फर्ज बनता है मैं अपना खुद देखूँ। हमारी पब्लिक का फर्ज बनता है खुद देखें। खाली वोट देने के लिए हम नहीं पैदा हुए कि हम 5 साल बाद आएंगे वोट दे देंगे। वोट देने से इन लोगों को सत्ता मिल जाती है और ये मस्ती मारते हैं, ये समझते हैं हम देश के मालिक बन गए, हम इस देश के सब कुछ बन गए, भगवान बन गए। लेकिन वो भूल जाते हैं कि भगवान कुछ नहीं बन गए, तुम इस देश के नौकर हो, तुम जिसके पब्लिक सराउंड है, उस पब्लिक ने तुम्हें दिया है। लेकिन दुख इस बात का है कि पब्लिक सोती रहती है, अपनी जिम्मेदारी को समझते नहीं है, संविधान क्या है उसके अधिकार से समझते नहीं है। बस वोट दे दिया, बात खत्म, जो होगा देखा जाएगा, मरेंगे तो सारे मरेंगे, बिल्डिंग गिरेंगे तो सबके गिरेंगे, ये सोच के हम रह जाते हैं। हम भूल जाते हैं कि ये देश हमारा है, कितनी मुश्किल से आज़ादी मिली थी, इतनी आसान नहीं थी, कितने लोगों ने इस देश के लिए अपना सेक्रीफाइस किया था, वो क्या सोचते होंगे इस देश के बारे में, हमें ये सोचना बहुत जरूरी है। हम ऐसा नहीं सोचते हैं क्योंकि हमारी गलती, हमारा विश्वास ज़्यादा है राजनीतिक चोरों पे, राजनीतिक गुंडों पे। 233 राजनीतिक गुंडे आज हमारे 545 लोकसभा में बैठे हैं। हमें शान है इस बात की कि इतने बड़े बड़े गुंडे हमारे देश के एमपी बने हैं, हमें घमंड है इस बात का, गौरव है क्या इस बात का। लेकिन बाहर के लोग क्या समझते हैं, हम कभी सोचते हैं? कभी हमने सोचा कि ये गुंडे किस तरह वहाँ पहुँच गए? इनका उत्तरदायित्व किसके ऊपर आता है? इसका उत्तरदायित्व किसके ऊपर नहीं आता? हमारे खुद के ऊपर आता है। मैं जिम्मेदार हूँ उसके लिए, आप जिम्मेदार हो उसके लिए, सब जिम्मेदार है उसके लिए, जो इन लोगों को वहाँ तक पहुँचा के ले गए। 233 एमपी आज की तारीख में ऐसे हैं जो जेल की सजा होनी चाहिए जिनको, वो आज हमारे भविष्य निर्माता बन गए, भारत के भाग्य विधाता बन गए, और शर्म नहीं आती हमको इस बात को सोचकर कि हमने ऐसे लोगों को लोकसभा में भेजा। और इससे अच्छी और क्या बात होगी? अपने आप को हम कितना गिरा चुके हैं, हम खुद सोचिए। इन भेड़ियों को हमने लोकसभा में बिठा दिया, क्या सोच के बिठा दिया मुझे नहीं समझ आता। जनता क्या समझती है मैं नहीं जानता, जनता क्या समझ के वोट देती है, और क्या समझ के नेता लोग पार्टियों को ऐसे लोगों को नॉमिनेट करके लाते हैं। मेरी कोई बात समझ नहीं आती, क्यों लाते हैं, किस लिए आते हैं, क्या पर्पज इनका है, और हम लोग कैसे इनको वोट दे देते हैं। मेरी ये बात बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आती, कह सकते हैं मेरा दिमाग काम नहीं करता इस मामले में, लेकिन ये सच है कि ऐसे लोग आ चुके हैं और इसका इलाज हमारे पास कुछ नहीं है। इसलिए कि हम बस उनको माने नहीं गए ऐसे लोगों को जिनको जूते मारने चाहिए, उनको माने नहीं गए ऐसे लोगों को जिनको डंडे मार मार के इस देश से बाहर कर देना चाहिए। ऐसे लोग, क्रिमिनल्स लोग, अंग्रेजों ने क्रिमिनल्स को बाहर निकाला था देश से, जो हमारे ऊपर आके राज करने बैठ के, वहाँ 3000 क्रिमिनल्स को उन्होंने देश से बाहर निकाला था अपने समय में, और उसके बाद वो आकर भारत पर राज किए, दूसरे लोगों पर राज किए। ये हाल वही है, इनको देश निकाला मिलना चाहिए ऐसे लोगों को, फिर आज हमारे भाग्य के निर्माता बन चुके हैं। दुख होता है मुझे नेताओं पे, उन कुत्ते नेताओं पे जो इनको लाए हैं इलेक्शन में, चाहे वो कोई भी नेता हो। मेरे हिसाब से कुत्ते दिल्ली से कम नहीं है वो लोग, जो इतने कमीने लोगों को हमारा एमपी बनाने के लिए आए, और ये हम लोग बेवकूफ़ लोग, वोटर लोग, इनको और धक्के मार के लोकसभा में ले आए बिना सोचे समझे कि ये लोगों का स्टेटस क्या है, इनकी सोच क्या है, ये हमारे लिए क्या करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे। आप उम्मीद रखते हैं इन लोगों से जो क्रिमिनल्स हैं, या आपकी सहायता करेंगे, या आपको रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, आपकी नुमाइंदगी करेंगे। आपको ऐसी आशा है तो आपकी सोच, आपको मुबारक हो, आपको बधाई हो ऐसी गंदी सोच लेकर, जो आप समझ नहीं सकते कि आपके लिए अच्छा क्या है और वह क्या है। संविधान के ऊपर दुख होता है कि संविधान ने आपको ऐसे अधिकार क्यों दे दिए, क्यों राजीव गांधी गांधी ने 18 साल की उम्र कर दी वोट के लिए, जबकि 21 से 25 होनी चाहिए थी। गलती करके 18 साल का व्यक्ति क्या समझ सकता है देश क्या होता है, संविधान क्या होता है, पार्लियामेंट क्या होती है। वो 18 साल का एक बच्चा होता है जो स्कूल से निकलता है, उसको तो मालूम भी नहीं होता कि हमारा देश चलता कैसे है, हमारे देश का क्या सिस्टम है क्या नहीं है। गलती कर दी उसने, उसको 25 का समझ तो होनी चाहिए थोड़ी कि आप वोट दे रहे हैं किसके लिए दे रहे हैं। किसको पता भी नहीं होता कि पार्लियामेंट है क्या, लोकसभा राज्यसभा क्या है और उसका मतलब क्या है, लेकिन वोट देते हैं वो इस देश के एमपी को चुनने के लिए, जिनको पता भी नहीं कि एमपी का मतलब क्या होता है। तो क्या करें आप, जब हमारा सिस्टम ऐसा हो गया, हमारी सोच बंद हो गई, हमारा लिखा पढ़ा लिखा युवा या युवती वो भी बेकार हो गए, उनको समझ नहीं कुछ आता क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करना चाहिए। तो इस बात को सोचना तो हमें पड़ेगा, कोई बताएगा नहीं आके हमें बाहर से कि आपको ये करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए। बस मैं यही कहूँगा आपसे कि सोचिए समझिए कुछ करिए, नहीं तो देख लीजिए कि आपका भविष्य आपका किधर जाएगा, आने वाले समय में आपके बच्चे क्या करेंगे, आपका योगदान क्या है इस देश के लिए, ये आपको सोचना होगा। अगर आप नहीं सोचेंगे तो आप गलती करेंगे, सोचेंगे तो गलती करेंगे। ज़्यादा लंबी बात मैं नहीं करना चाहूँगा, बस बहुत दुख के साथ मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि हम जिस तरफ भी जा रहे हैं अच्छी चीज़ नहीं है। ज़्यादा हिंदी में नहीं बोलूँगा मैं, क्योंकि जो बोलना था मैंने बोल दिया, बार बार एक बात को कहना ठीक नहीं होता है। बस मैं सिर्फ कहूँगा अपने लोगों से, अपने देश के बाकी नागरिकों से कि देश के बारे में थोड़ा तो सोचिए, मत सोचिए मेरे बारे में, मत सोचिए देश के किसी पार्टी के बारे में, देश के बारे में सोचिए। देश है तो आप हैं, देश है तो ये राष्ट्र है, देश है तो आपकी इज्जत है, देश है तो आप आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, देश है तो चुनौतियां सामने आप सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। इन नेताओं की शक्ल को जाएंगे तो कुछ नहीं पाएंगे। किसी भी पार्टी का नेता सब अपने मतलब से हैं, कोई किसी के लिए कुछ नहीं करने वाला, कोई किसी को कुछ नहीं देने वाला। इनको अपनी सीटें चाहिए, उनसे प्यार है, इनको आपसे कोई प्यार व्यार नहीं है। 100 रुपये में से 2 रुपये आपको दे देंगे, 98 लेके भाग जाएंगे। ऐसे लोगों को क्या करोगे आप। अगर आप इस देश को सुधार सकते हो, संभाल सकते हो, कुछ कर सकते हो इस देश के लिए तो करिएगा, नहीं तो शिकायत किससे करोगे। शिकायत तो आपको स्वयं से ही करनी होगी, और आपको ही कंप्लेंट है, आपको ही सोल्यूशन करना है, सब कुछ आपने करना है। अगर आप जागरूक नहीं रहेंगे तो इस देश की बर्बादी कोई रोक नहीं सकता है। अगर आप चाहते हैं ये देश बर्बाद हो जाए वो आपकी इच्छा है, आप चाहते हैं देश सही हाथों में रहे तो वो आपकी इच्छा है, आप चाहते हैं देश आपके हाथों में रहे तो आपकी इच्छा है। जितनी भी प्रॉब्लम्स होंगी सॉल्व आपको करनी है। कहने को कह देंगे पानी नहीं है, हवा खराब है, ये है, और सबके लिए जिम्मेदार आप है, कोई और नहीं है। आपकी जिम्मेदारी है सारी। किसी ने खराब नहीं किया हवा, किसी ने खराब नहीं किया पानी, किसी ने खराब कुछ नहीं किया। आप स्वयं को जिम्मेदार है कि आप नेताओं से प्रश्न नहीं करते, आप नेताओं से सवाल नहीं करते, आप बस वोट दे देते हैं। आपका एक ही काम है, जिस पर्पस के लिए आप इस भारत में आए हैं कि आप बच्चा यहाँ पैदा हो जाओ, और आप इसलिए पैदा हो रहे हैं कि 5 साल में एक बार आप वोट दे देना जिसको भी देना है, उसके बाद फिर 5 साल में दोबारा दे देना, और करते करते आपकी ज़िंदगी के जितने भी साल हैं 10-5 वोट दे के वापस आ जाना। अगर आपका उद्देश्य सिर्फ यही है तो आपको धन्यवाद, आपको बधाई कि आप इस काम के लिए इस देश में आए हैं, कि आप इस देश को सुधारना चाहते हैं, कुछ करना चाहते हैं, तो आपको सोचना चाहिए, कोई और सोचेगा नहीं आपके बारे में। इससे ज़्यादा मैं क्या कहूँ आपसे, बताइए। कहने को मन है बहुत कुछ, लेकिन मन से निकलता नहीं। जो हालात देश के हैं देखे नहीं जाते, क्योंकि हालात हमने स्वयं खराब किए हैं, और हम इतने सुस्त हैं कि हम बात नहीं करते, हम बोल नहीं सकते, हम सड़क पे उतर के सरकार से लड़ाई नहीं कर सकते, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते। हम घरों में बैठ के बस बकवास कर सकते हैं, फालतू की बातें कर सकते हैं, हम टीवी देख सकते हैं, फेसबुक पे लिख सकते हैं, लेकिन हमें इतनी हिम्मत नहीं, इतनी अगली नहीं हमारे अंदर कि उतर जाएं और गिरफ्तार पकड़ लें नेताओं का, बोलो तुमने ये क्यों नहीं किया। ये शक्ति हमारे अंदर नहीं है, और जब तक ये शक्ति हमारे अंदर नहीं आएगी, नेताओं को गिरफ्तार पकड़ सड़क पे इनकी पिटाइयाँ नहीं करेंगे, इनसे प्रश्न नहीं करेंगे, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते। हम ऐसे ही बस गुलामी की जिंदगी जीते जाएंगे, ये नेता हमारे मास्टर बन जाएंगे, हम इनके गुलाम हो जाएंगे। जैसा ये कहेंगे हम करते जाएंगे, और इनकी तारीफ करते जाएंगे। इनको जैसे ये कहते हैं नमो नमो, इनकी भी नमो नमो होती जाएगी, किसी की कुछ होती जाएगी, और हम पागलों की तरह, जानवरों की तरह इनके गुलाम बने रहेंगे। अगर आप चाहते हैं आपको ऐसा भविष्य, तो जो आपका भारत भाग्य विधाता हो, तो जनगण गाने की कोई आवश्यक वंदे मातरम कहने की जरूरत नहीं है। ये जो वंदे मातरम आप कहते हैं इसका बहुत बड़ा मतलब होता है, तो क्या फायदा ऐसे वंदे मातरम कहने का जिस वंदे को आप समझते नहीं, जिस मातरम को आप समझते नहीं। क्या फायदा ऐसे राष्ट्रीय गान का जिसका मतलब आप नहीं समझते। क्या फायदा भारत माता की जय बोलने का जिस माता को आप समझते नहीं है। आप तो इन जानवरों को समझते हैं, सुक्का में बैठे हैं। ये किसी जानवर से कम नहीं, क्योंकि ये जानवर हैं, हमारे लिए तो जानवर ही हैं। हमारे लिए क्या किया इन लोगों ने, इन्हें हम क्या कहें, बताइए आप। अगर आपको मेरी बात बुरी लगती है तो बेशक लगे, मुझे उसकी कोई चिंता नहीं है। सच बोलने में बुराई लगती है तो लगती रहे। बस मैं इतना कहूँगा, आपका भविष्य आपको संवारना है, कोई संवार के देगा नहीं। अगर आप नहीं संवार सकते तो आपकी मर्जी है, इससे कोई कुछ कह नहीं सकता। बस इसी बात को क्या कि मैं खत्म करता हूँ कि मेरा मूड ज़्यादा नहीं है बात करने का। इस बात में इतना डिप्रेस्ड हूँ इस बात से कि क्या कर, दिल तो करता है कि मेरे सामने ये नेता आ जाए तो 2-4 जड़ दो इनके, चाहे वो कोई भी नेता हो, चाहे राहुल गांधी हो, कोई हो। इनके जब तक 2-4 जड़ेंगे नहीं ना, आप ये ठीक नहीं होंगे। ये डिजर्व करते हैं इस बात को। इन्होंने देश को बर्बाद किया है बातों से, सिर्फ बातों से। ये कहते हैं लातों के भूत बातों से नहीं मानते, इनका वही हाल है आज की तारीख में। इसलिए आपकी मर्जी है, इनको चाटो, इनको प्यार करो, इनके प्यार छुओ या इनके गिरहमान पढ़ के इनसे पूछो कि इन्होंने क्या किया है। आपकी मर्जी, सिलेक्ट आपको करना है, मैं अकेला कुछ नहीं कर सकता। लेकिन मैं नहीं इनकी रिस्पेक्ट करूंगा, मैं इनको कोई ऑनर नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि ये देश के लुटेरे हैं, ये देश को बर्बादी की तरफ लेके जा रहे हैं, ये देश को देश नहीं मानते, ये अपनी बाप की प्रॉपर्टी मानते हैं, जो कि मैं नहीं बनने दूंगा। आपकी मर्जी है, आपका देश है, आप जितनी ऑनरशिप है जितनी मेरी है, लेकिन आप उससे ज़्यादा जिम्मेदार हैं, क्योंकि आपने ज़्यादा जीना है यूथ में, आपकी ज़िंदगी बहुत है, आपको इस देश में बहुत कंट्रीब्यूट करना होना है। अगर आप करेंगे तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं करेंगे तो कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं है आपका यूथ होने का, नहीं होने का। फिर आप रोते रहिए, मरते रहिए, बोलिए, कोई भीख में आके कुछ नहीं मिलता है, मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, सब कुछ करना पड़ता है। और जब तक देश आपका सही नहीं है तो आप बेकार हैं। आप जितने भी पढ़े लिखे हैं, आप दुनिया में कितने भी लाख आप समझ रहिए, आपकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं होगी। इसी बात से क्या कि मैं खत्म करता हूँ, ज़्यादा बात नहीं करना चाहता आपसे, क्योंकि फिर देखेंगे, सोचेंगे, दोबारा बात करेंगे। लेकिन दुख होता है इस बात पे कि देश हमारा टूट की कगार पर है और हम सो रहे हैं, सोते रहेंगे, सोचेंगे नहीं कि क्या होने वाला है। जब तक हमारे आँख से ऊपर पानी ना आ जाए, नाक से ऊपर पानी ना आ जाए, हम होश में नहीं आते। यही बात है। ओके, धन्यवाद। जय भारत। धन्यवाद आपको सबका।